Welcome back, snacky friends, to a very crunchy episode of Hey Jay Eats. Hey Jay Eats. Today, my friends, I have a new cereal episode for you. We're going to be looking at some Captain Crunch cereal flavors. So to get in the mindset, this is actually my breakfast today. It is a weekend morning. We have woken up with nothing to do. I'm in my PJs, believe it or not. We got some PJ pants. And of course, I am always wearing a dress shirt. I sleep with it, I wake up with it, I shower with it. You will never see me outside of a dress shirt. That's just how we roll here at Hey Jay Residence. We always keep it classy, or snacky in this case. So today I've got some Captain Crunch, which I haven't had in probably 20 years. This was never one of my favorite cereals as a kid. So I actually don't remember much of how this tastes. I remember it having very satisfying crunch though. So I'm really eager to get back into it. Because we are in Canada, it's not just Captain Crunch, or sorry, there's no T in there. It's Captain Crunch. But we also got the French Capitaine Crunch, which I have to say, I think I prefer it. There's more letters, but it just sounds better. The Capitaine Crunch. So let's get started by pouring our first bowl of cereal for the day. All right, we just opened the bag. First sniff impression. I remember it smelling more than this. Doesn't smell like anything. So we're gonna pour this in, of course. Oh man, I can't wait for this crunch. Look at these little bales of like happiness. Okay. Not as crunchy as I remember. It's a little bit of a disappointment. So we'll put the pineapple cup aside for now. And now, my non-Canadians, let me introduce you to the wonders, the mysterious object that is on my desk here. What is this? What is this white liquid? Is that milk in a bag? Absolutely. Here in Canada, we get rid of a carton. We don't want the milk in the carton. We put our milk in a bag. Why, you ask? I have no freaking idea. I just know that this is one of two ways to purchase milk out there, and it is oftentimes the cheapest way. So we get our 1 liter milk in a bag. We've already snipped the tip, and we put it in this jug. And it's kind of inefficient because I can't just pour, especially when the bag is full. You have to like hold the back so that so you don't just get like a bunch of milk spilling everywhere. Then we just pour that in. Now we're going to rate the OG Captain Crunch, or as the French like to call it, le Capitaine Crunch. I think with the milk, it's more satisfying. Listen to that crunch. Is that not satisfying? So the coldness, I don't know why. Oh, it's because there's multiple. I was like, why is that more satisfying than the original little one I had? Captain Crunch really works when you have a spoonful of cereal. It's not a cereal that you want to just like have one at a time. What's great here is it's not too sweet. I remember it being sweeter. It's a very light sweetness, and the milk cuts the sweetness, creating this perfect balance, this equilibrium of sweetness to not too sweet, and you get this amazing thing. The liquid softens the crunch slowly, so you really have to eat this quickly, or else then you're going to deal with Captain Softy. Nobody likes a Captain Softy, or Captain. I guess soft is the only word. Moist? Captain it's not moist. What is the word when something gets very damp? I don't know. This is not going anywhere good. So let's just enjoy the cereal. Captain Soggy, that's what I meant. I meant Captain Soggy. Your cereal gets soggy if you wait too long. Not soft. I guess you could say soft, but soggy is more appropriate. Bowl number 1 done. I have to say, Captain Crunch flavor, solid 8 out of 10. Captain Crunch, the crunch factor, that's like 9.5. Super satisfying. And what else could I judge it by? That's pretty much it. Flavor and crunch is what we should grade for Captain Crunch. Now let's get into Captain Crunch's berries here. I'm expecting the sweetness to be like moved a little bit more. So I think if you like your cereal to be a little bit sweeter, I expect Captain Crunch's berries will sweeten the pot, if you know what I mean. All right, first the sniff test. I'm smelling some sweet berries, so it's already an improvement when it comes to the smell. Now let's pour this in. Let's not pour too much. I am eating 3 bowls of cereal after all. In terms of presentation too, I think I prefer the yellow box personally when it comes to cereal. Let's put this front center since this is one we are testing now. All right, so when it comes to the berries, we got a few colors. We got red, green, blue, and purple. I'm just gonna randomly pick blue. Wow. What did they put in that thing? That is super sweet and fruity, which brings a whole different element to the Captain Crunch experience. Now, are these the same? They are, but they've been sweetened with the fruity balls, like rubbing up all in the cereal. So we've got a fruity dish, or a more fruity dish, which means a sweeter dish to experience. Now, some of you who are saying, look at this Canadian pouring his milk out of his bag. Is it really better? You'll find a lot of Canadians, specifically on YouTube, who will be proud of this. And I say, this is a monstrosity. I don't think we should have bags or milk in our bags. I am not proud of milk bag. It's terrible for the environment. We got all these plastic bags. And look how terrible it is to pour. I have to hold the tip to pour it over. It's just not efficient. I'm not a fan of it. I could buy milk in a carton if I wanted to, but it's more expensive. All right, going in for Captain's Berries. Okay. The crunch is subdued a little bit. The sweetness is enhanced, and the flavor profile has turned into fruit. This tastes like a cereal. You know how they always say the cereal is part of a complete breakfast, and you're like, all right, I can eat all these sweets, and then it's like the keyword is part of, and then they show like everything else you're supposed to eat with the breakfast to make this like nutritious. Part of that is usually you're supposed to put fruit in your vegetable, or in your cereal. You're supposed to eat fruit with your breakfast to have a nutritious meal. So a lot of people, they put fruit in their cereal or whatever, and it enhances that. This feels like you've done that task without committing to buying or eating any fruits, because you're just getting a fruity cereal. But it's Captain Crunch. Crunch factor is still 9.5. I'm only not giving it a 10 because I am hoping that one day across my cereal adventures, I will discover a 10. Otherwise, this is the pinnacle of crunch at this moment. This has been engineered and designed to provide maximum crunchness.
Nom, 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 nom.
I'm really worried about the cotton candy, which does not have the special engineered crunch bits in them. Just finished the second bowl, and I have to say, I remember why I did not eat a lot of Captain Crunch as a kid. This is all gonna make sense. I thought Captain Crunch was too bland as a kid. I was like, no, this ain't sweet enough. I don't want it. That's why I never asked for it. The Captain Crunch's berries fixes that problem because it makes it sweeter and makes it like a little bit more of that morning cereal that you're craving. As an adult, I find Captain Crunch is actually quite delicious and not too sweet, and this one is too sweet and it tastes like crack. So I think the Captain Crunch is designed for the adult in us, whereas the Captain Crunch's berries is for the kid that wants a little bit more punch from their cereal. Now, let's try Captain Crunch's this is French. Captain Crunch's Cotton Candy Crunch. Wow, the smell of cotton candy is super strong. This is not just the fruity balls without the Captain's Crunch. This is a whole new cereal. I respect that. I was expecting to be super disappointed already. Just like bam, Captain Crunch's cotton candy all over your face. Okay. So now we're only dealing with 2 colors, blue and pink. The nuggets are a little bit longer. We're dealing with some longer nuggets than the fruity berries. These were like little deformed round balls. These are elongated. Maybe they're supposed to look like cotton candy and that's why they made them like longer. Smells really, really good. Way better than this one. Yeah, these are completely different elements. This tastes like cotton candy, although not as crunchy. So it's definitely going to lose points in the crunch factor, I think. But I think we're going to discover a whole new world of flavors because I've never had cotton candy for breakfast before, especially not in cereal form. So let's see what this is all about. Let's make sure we can see this. Hide the atrocity, which is bagged milk. And let's go. Got a good mouthful. Okay. This needs another bite. This is, something's happening here. If you remember the first Captain Crunch we talked about an equilibrium, a perfect equilibrium where everything was in balance. Here, the milk is a detriment to the Captain Crunch's It is making my cotton candy soggy, and it is taking away the sweetness. And you need that sweetness. As soon as you put the milk in, it's losing some of that cotton candy flavor, and you're left with just like semi-hard nuggets of wannabe cotton candy. Like, it's there. It wants to be cotton candy, but the milk is like, nope, you're not cotton candy anymore. You're just Captain Soggy now. Listen to that crunch. You're losing some crunch there too. This had potential. This had so much potential, but the milk ruined it. So this might be a good snack if you like crunchy snacks that taste like cotton candy. Personally, when I want cotton candy, I don't want crunch on it. You just put it in your mouth and it just kind of disappears. Like, you put it in your mouth and it's gone, and then it shows up like in your gut the next day. So if you've ever wanted cotton candy, crunchy cotton candy, this is the way to go, but don't put milk in it. I still say the OG is the best. And there you go. You have just witnessed a grown man eat 600 calories of candy or of cereal for your enjoyment. In the end, the OG is my favorite, followed by the berry if you want a little bit more sweetness in your cereal. And then there's the one-off experience, which is like, oh, that looks so cool. And then you realize halfway through, you should have just stuck with the original. It's like the weird kid that you're like, I really want to play with him because he's weird, or her. And after a while, you realize the weirdness is actually a hindrance to the friendship. It's not like a good weird where it's like, oh, this friendship's so awesome. It's like an awkward weird because you're just kind of creeped out by the kid. So fun for a little bit. Don't marry it. Stick with the OG for life. It's a good partner. If you like that, I have other videos of me eating cereal on this channel. Be sure to check those out. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next Hey Jay Eats. And until then, keep it snacky.